December 21st, 2020 meeting of the Town of Dover Planning Board. Tonight's meeting has been convened in accordance with the Governor's March 13th, 2020 Executive Order 202.1, which suspends certain provisions of the Open Meetings Law to allow a municipal board to convene a meeting via video conferencing. In accordance with the executive order, the public has been provided with the ability to view the meeting, and a transcript will be provided at a later date. I have confirmed that this meeting has been duly noticed, and we have fulfilled our legal notice requirements by posting notice at Town Hall, providing notice of the meeting to local news organizations, and posting notice on the town's website. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The first item on our agenda is a public hearing for 43 Mill Street. We began the public hearing at our last meeting. We had no comments from the public last time. And tonight we are reconvening the previously opened public hearing. I make a motion to formally reopen the meeting, the public hearing, and ask for a second.
Second.
Was that Tamar?
Yep. Yes.
Okay, does the secretary want to poll the members?
Val,
Aye.
Ryan. Brian.
Aye.
Aye. Tamar. Aye. Henry.
Aye.
Okay, the public hearing is open. Does the applicant have anything new to present?
Hey everyone. So right now we would actually like to withdraw from this meeting, right, for this moment. So far, we've been so swamped with work, we haven't made any progress on locating the septic and getting the rest of that figured out. So yeah, we would like to withdraw that for this meeting.
So you just want, you're asking the board
Adjourn it. Adjourn
adjourn
it.
it.
Yes.
Okay, so we would continue it to the next meeting.
Do you need more time? Do you want to continue it to February?
I'm thinking we should. When would be the next meeting for the planning board?
January 6th. It's early because the middle of the month meeting is Martin Luther King Day.
What I would say is that
It's January 4th, I believe.
Yeah, we're meeting again on the 4th, 2 weeks.
okay. Could we possibly just keep it on the agenda for now? I just want to check to see if we can get those edits in, but I'll reach out to Marilyn before so we can call for another adjournment. Does that sound all right?
Sure. It wasn't just the adjournment. You were also going to be getting an interpretation from.
Yeah, no, I understand. I have to get those items. So I figured we'll leave it on for now. And if I know that by that week that we won't be able to provide those items, I'll give Marilyn an email or a phone call to tell her to withdraw or take it out of the meeting.
Well, once it's scheduled for the meeting, it's on because it's a public hearing.
Okay. Well, then we'll
Open it. We would do the same thing as
Yeah.
this, basically. We would open it, we would say nothing new is submitted, and then we would continue it.
Yeah, then that's fine. I think that's perfect.
Valerie, I need, Victoria and Valerie, I need to say that we do, Bill is not here and you really don't have a quorum.
Okay.
I thought, Ryan, we have 4.
1, 2, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Ryan's
Okay.
video isn't on.
Ryan's here. I didn't see him.
I'm
Okay.
here. Ryan's
Okay.
here.
As we,
Thanks.
I just
checking,
got an
though.
email from Bill and he's,
okay, Bill is just
At work.
texting me now saying he's sorry, but he got stuck at work.
that's what I just got.
So,
Okay,
all right.
about that.
No, thanks for checking, but I counted before we opened.
Oh, good, thank you.
Okay, so
Motion to continue the public hearing.
continue until January 4th. Could we have a second?
Second.
Tamar?
Sure.
Okay, can we poll the members?
Val,
Aye.
Ryan,
Aye.
Tamar. Aye. And Henry.
Aye.
Okay, the public hearing is continued.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Wow.
Next up on the agenda, we have a new application for Savarese Family Farm Incorporated. This is an application for a site that we had previously approved for a larger application. So we're going to hear from them for the first time tonight. Would you like to make a presentation, Mr. Sander?
Of course. That's what I'm here for. So yeah, just to give you guys a little background, this is for the Savarese Septic Company. So they're looking to relocate from their current spot to the parcel that is presented in this application. The parcel is a 9.052 acre within the commercial zoning district. It's right off of Dover Furnace Road, right past the railroad tracks. The applicant is proposing to construct a 4,480 square foot office, warehouse / contractor's yard. Of that square footage, 480 square feet will be used for the office space. The rest, the 4,000, will be used to store on-site equipment, plumbing, and things of that nature that is needed for their job. Included as part of this application is the location of the approved septic system, which was designed to treat the previous use, an aggregate storage bin, 10 additional parking spaces, a wet detention pond towards the southern portion of the site, and a DCDPW driveway entrance. The prior approval actually called for the construction of 2 buildings, both of which that this whole site development could fit inside of one of them. So both site buildings were approved for 20,000 square feet and then 23,000 square feet. So they're pretty significant structures compared to what we have shown. So yeah, it's all pretty well put together on the site. So right now we'd like to lend it back to you guys and see if you guys have any comments on it. And I'd love to answer any further questions.
Can I possibly get permission to share the screen? I can pull up the plan for everybody to see.
Oh, okay, thank you.
So I'm
Yes.
getting a message that I can't.
Is Tyler on?
Yeah. Oh, now it's viewing Marilyn's screen.
Yeah,
Marilyn, as co-host, if you right-click on share screen, you should be able to allow other people to share.
it's, we are,
Well, also you can stop sharing your screen and you can
hold on, let me get,
allow Aaron to share it.
Tyler, I can't get him to let you share. He just fixed it. Tyler just fixed it.
Thank you.
But now you have to stop sharing in order for Aaron to share. There you
There
go.
you go.
Okay.
You sharing too? Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. So this is the current plan. This is the other plan from 2009. As Peter mentioned, it is quite smaller. Same access coming in off of Dover Furnace Road. And I understand that driveway is already there. So thanks for clarifying that.
Yep.
Question about, the previous project, it's in my memo, had a special permit application as well. Curious why this one didn't include that request, because it's a service business use, seems to be the same, and it's triggering that special permit requirement for the CO zone.
So we were thinking that this would kind of serve as more of an amended site plan, requiring only site plan review. I also, during that time, I think there was some mix up with planning board applications back and forth. We've since resolved that. But our interpretation for this was that it would be an amendment to the previously approved site plan.
But didn't your
That one
special use
expired.
permit expire? Oh,
I believe it did. It's been, 2009 was the approval, and I think it expired.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so then I guess that it would come in as a just a renewed a new application for the project site.
Yeah, in that case, that's why I had that comment about, resubmitting with a special permit fee and the narrative that the special permit requires. I think whatever you maybe have used for the previous application, if it's still around, you can probably use and tweak it a little bit. But yeah, so it seems like, due to the time that's elapsed here,
Well,
even though it's smaller, we can process it as a new site plan special permit.
so our goal for this one is to kind of limit those expenses for this local business as much as possible. That being said, because it is a smaller scale of development on a much larger approved developed site, we're really looking at trying to get this done under as an amended site or a regular site plan at that point. If that means us adjusting the description for the contractor yard to fit with that warehouse / office use, in order to avoid that extra amount of work that would ultimately cost the applicants some more money, then I think that's how we would like to proceed forward with this.
Okay, is this still, it sounds like from your presentation that they're moving to this location to operate as the base of operations for the business. So it seems like service business, it would fit that definition for the code.
Yeah. So so since we're no longer interpreting it as amendment site plan, then that's why we advertise it as a service business for that. So then I guess my next step would be to see if we can request a waiver for those additional narratives and studies. But I mean, then we can work that out as we go through the.
Yeah, that sounds possible. Yeah, I mean, the only real comments I had were that issue as well as the wetlands situation, which unfortunately we had a letter come in from DEC. This is all before I was, involved here, but there is a record of getting a response from DEC in 2009 on the seeker circulation where they commented on the wetland proximity, even though you didn't have any structures in the 100-foot buffer area back then either. You were close to it though, with the, some of the construction and the grading, the filling. It looks like that's similar here. You're not in it, but you're close to it with your disturbance area. So there's a chance they would probably have the same comment. And, since that comment went kind of ignored last time, and we're starting over here.
Well, I
wanted
would
to
counter
bring it to
with
the board's attention as to protect the board here, is in my interest, just to make sure.
Did you
that
have the
that's
wetlands
covered.
boundaries flagged this time around, Peter?
So the wetland flags that are currently there were for the original site plan approval. But if you were to visit the site, you can see that because of how steep that slope is, there is a very, very limited chance that any wetland would actually move towards the site. Just because of how steep the grade is, wetlands don't move upgrade. So I don't really see any need to reflag additional wetlands because of how steep that is. And if anything, it would shift further away from the site, giving the continuous nature of wetland downslope. So I would like to say that I do not think that wetland flagging or additional wetland flagging or delineations would be needed for this
What
one.
if we had DEC just go out and verify that what you've got on this now is in line with what they're thinking is the boundary? Would that be another option?
It could be another option, but right now we're proposing all our work outside of even the 100-foot adjacent area. So it really is kind of,
You were last time too,
Is it
though, and
necessary?
they asked for, they wanted to see a permit. So I'm just bringing that up because it's on the record. It's in the
Yeah.
file. If I didn't have that letter, I wouldn't be making such a big deal.
nope, I get you. I understand. I just think it's just consider all things considered that it just wouldn't be necessary for what we're proposing, but
Well, like I said, they might be able to
Peter.
just go out and field verify it, right, Joe?
Not with the snow on the ground, they won't go out. Now, Peter, didn't you mention at the site walk that the building where it's proposed right now is on top of the area that's already been disturbed based on the original site plan?
correct. Yeah, all this areas have already been disturbed. If you could take a look at the site, you could already see significant improvements that they've already made.
So basically, the building is just gonna go dug into the ground that's already there. We're not gonna do any additional grading out there. You're gonna put footings in the ground on top of the disturbed area, disturbed back in 2010.
Yeah, correct.
Does that change anything, Aaron?
That helps. I wasn't able to make it to the site, so I didn't, guilty. I didn't know
Well,
that.
Yeah, it was
That's why I
a
wanted
super
to point-
steep hill, so.
Okay, so there
Point
has
that out.
been like kind of a pad created already based on the other plan.
Yeah, the entire area is already graded off, gigantic parking lot that's already been graded. It's all done. I actually inspected all that work back in 2010 under the town chapter 65 and signed off on it back then.
Okay.
So they closed out the chapter 65, so that was all done properly?
Yes. That was all done. They just never met with the buildings,
They never proceeded with it.
but they did all the groundwork on it.
So that doesn't need to be redone for the new plan?
No, they just need to
Yeah.
put the building. Basically, I think that could be added to the plan instead of to note that that work was already done, possibly, Aaron?
That would
Is that-
help. Sure.
Right.
Yeah, there's a few things that it seems like have been done, like the driveways there. You do have Department of Health approval, it sounds like, too, from Joe's letter. So all that stuff, I wasn't aware of that. So if you can add that in, that helps, sure.
Well, I understand why it's still current. So any work is still going to fall under the old SWIP that they have. The DPW permit was still valid and they're about to close that out because the work's been done.
Okay,
And all the site work was basically done other than the gravel going down in the building itself and septic put in and that's being done under the county health department permit, which is still current. So this site disturbance, from my understanding, tell me if I'm wrong, Peter, the site disturbance was done at the time when the wetland was delineated very recently at that time, because it was done in 2009, and this work was done shortly after it was approved. So it was kept out of the buffer at that time, and then the work is pretty much done.
and that work
Correct.
was all done with the controls in place that on the old plan,
Yes.
like build fences and everything.
Yes,
Okay, yeah.
Yes, it
That's all new information to me.
so if that should probably be documented on the current plan, so we're covered, right, Aaron?
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that, sure.
Are you thinking some additional note saying site grading performed to 2010 standards for previous approval, something along that nature? Kind of
Dave-
give background.
Yeah, can you even show the approximate area
Mhm.
that's kind of been improved already with like a dash, another form of dash line on here, just so it's
Okay,
clear?
yeah.
In relation to the 100-foot setback area that's already there. You could also add a note that
Yeah.
this has been done, the date it was done. That helps.
And I'll give you the inspection date that it was completed if you need it, Peter, and you can put down inspected by town engineer on that date.
Yeah, that would be perfect, Joe, if you could send that to me.
Thank you, Joe. Clearing things up.
Hey, good.
Otherwise, on my comments, this is subject to architectural approval still. I mean, I don't know if this building is most likely not the same plans you did back then as far as architectural, but it meets that requirement too for ARB. So I think, we would need to see, the special permit resubmission, some architectural plans eventually as we go along here, as part of the approvals. So from a secret standpoint, I don't think, like I said in the memo, I'm not looking to revisit any other studies that may have been completed for that, like, threatened and endangered species, any traffic discussions. It was really just the wetlands, but it sounds like that's cleared up at this point. But just going by the code's requirements, it seems like there's an ARB component here too.
Yeah. So again, that's something that I would request a waiver for, but it sounds like what I would need for this is a formal request for these additional special use permit requirements to be waived.
So I'm not sure that ARB can waive approval. I'd have to look at that. I mean, it's let's go to the ARB chapter. I mean, normally the board has approved elevations before, and it doesn't need to be a full architectural rendering. They can waive some of the requirements.
I mean, is this going to be a manufactured building or stick built?
Yeah, it's going to be a manufactured regular warehouse building. It's just going to sit on the foundation. It's thing.
So the manufacturer should be able to give you some cut sheets that could be used for the elevations for the ARB.
Yeah.
Something simple. It doesn't need to be the full. Not like what we did for the commercial on the Kizada property. I don't think it needs to be that detailed, but
All right.
Just
They'll provide the
representation.
the cut sheets with the color, and you can get that from them as well, and just provide the color and the material.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. That was all I had. Thanks for clearing up some of that. So, yeah, we'll look forward to, if you're going to submit, a request to waive the special permit narrative, that's okay.
Okay.
Anything else, Victoria, that I'm missing?
No, I think once we have the elevations, we can send it over to county planning.
I agree.
And so now I didn't realize either that that most of the disturbance had been done already. So the board should decide whether it can reaffirm its prior secret determination. You don't need to decide that tonight, but that's something that the board can do.
Even with all the forms changing, that should be okay? They would just reaffirm that neg deck from 2009?
Yeah, because they submitted the new form, right, with this submission?
So we would process a new form, but just carry over the neg deck.
Right, for the reasons set forth in the prior review.
Makes sense.
Okay. And then we were also going to set escrow and classify it tonight,
Right.
correct?
So, well, we don't have a resolution prepared to circulate because we were waiting to see whether we needed to do a coordinated review. It doesn't sound like we need to anymore. Do you agree, Aaron and Joe?
Yeah.
So
Agree.
the board can make a motion to classify it as unlisted
Okay,
and to do an uncoordinated review.
okay. So I will make a motion to classify it as unlisted and to do an uncoordinated review. And could I have a second to the motion?
Second.
Henry? And can we hold the members?
Val,
Aye.
Ryan,
Aye.
Tamar,
Aye.
Henry,
Aye.
Okay, thank you. And then we just have to set the escrow.
What's the current escrow? $1,000 initial?
Yeah, it's $1,000 initial.
And then are you going to submit the special permit application, but just ask to waive some of the requirements of it and pay the
Yeah,
fee?
I'm thinking that's probably the best way we can move this one forward.
I think another 1,000 more would probably cover everybody's time at this point, given what's left.
Okay, I make a motion to increase the escrow $1,000 unless anyone has any other suggestions. And could we get a second to that?
Second.
Henry, all those in favor? Marilyn?
Val,
Aye.
Ryan,
Aye.
Tamar,
Aye.
Henry.
Aye.
Okay,
All right.
so do we think we probably won't have the answers for the next meeting on this 4th, or do you think you will?
I mean, this all seems fairly easy, especially if what we would be doing is submitting a waiver for those special use narratives.
Okay,
If this is what this is determining the opening of a public hearing, I would be more than I would agree that there really nothing is going to change too much. So if we were to have a public hearing on this one, then I would say that it could probably proceed with the next meeting.
Well, I think we should wait to get the application to set the hearing, but we could set the hearing at the next meeting.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because I mean, the next meeting we're almost there now.
Yeah, it was just a few
Holiday.
weeks away.
And the site plan you're going to update a few things on the site plan to show what's
Yeah, I'll
been
change.
done and all that too, so.
Yeah, change my notes and to indicate the prior disturbance. So
You may want to take a day or two off over the next 2 weeks. I don't know.
no such thing.
He actually has all Friday free to work on this.
So
Oh yeah, that's my favorite time to work is Christmas because there's no phones.
we should, you can put them on the agenda at the next meeting. If they're ready, we can schedule the hearing and refer to county planning
Okay,
for the meeting after.
all right. Okay. Then you are excused, Mr. Sander. If you wish,
All right.
I mean, you're
Thank you very
welcome
much, everyone.
to stay, but if you wish to leave, you may.
Sounds good. Everyone have a happy holidays and a Merry Christmas. All right.
Bye, Pete.
Hi, Peter,
Stay
thank you.
warm.
Bye now. So next we have 2 requests for extensions from the first one is, these are 2 that always come together. The first one is for the Dover Estates subdivision on Cricket Hill. And we have a resolution ready to approve for that. I'll just read the crucial part at the end. Now therefore be it resolved that the planning board hereby grants the applicant an 18th 6-month extension of time to August 1, 2021 to complete the work contemplated under the erosion and sediment control permits as shown on the approved plan entitled Dover Estates, Town of Dover, sheets 1 through 14 dated October 21st, 2004, last revised June 11th, prepared by Northern Westchester Civil Engineering, subject to satisfaction of the conditions set forth in the resolution adopted by the board on August 1, 2011, subject to the following conditions. Payment of all fees in escrow, Proof that the required performance guarantee will remain in full force and effect until at least August 1, 2021. Be it further resolved that the authorized official may issue a certificate of compliance, that before the authorized official may issue a certificate of compliance, the planning board engineer shall provide the authorized official with a written statement indicating that all work authorized under the permit has been completed in accordance with the approved permit. I make a motion to accept this resolution, and could I have a second?
Second.
Tamar?
Val,
Aye.
Brian,
Aye.
Tamar,
Aye.
Henry.
Aye.
Okay, the resolution is passed. The second one is for Rusciano Erosion and Sediment Control Permit. And the property is at 236 and 246 Cricket Hill Road. Now therefore be it resolved that the planning board hereby grants the applicant a 6-month extension of time to August 2nd, 2021 to complete the work contemplated under the erosion and sediment control permit as shown on the approved plan entitled Proposed Fill Plan Rusciano Property, prepared by John Meyer Consulting PC, dated July 7th, 2009, as last revised, subject to the following conditions. 1, payment of all fees in escrow. And 2, proof that the required performance guarantee will remain in full force and effect until at least August 2nd, 2021. Be it further resolved that before the authorized official may issue a certificate of compliance, the planning board engineer shall provide the authorized official with a written statement indicating that all work authorized under the permit has been completed in accordance with the approved permit. I make a motion to accept this resolution. Could I have a second?
Second.
Henry, all those in our favor?
Val,
Aye.
Brian,
Aye.
Tamar,
Aye.
Henry.
Aye.
Okay, the resolution is approved. Next, we have the minutes of the November 16th, 2020 meeting. And I just wanted to add something for the record that these minutes partially are, well, not partially, but they're generated from the speech to text function of the Zoom meetings. And then Marilyn does quite a bit of work cleaning it up and making it easier to follow. However, there may be a few here and there, very minor voice to text differences I noticed, but nothing that would change. I just started scanning this a couple hours before the meetings. Nothing that would change the meaning of the sentences. So does anybody have anything, any additions or corrections that would be changes in the meeting of the minutes? I don't think so. Okay. So I make a motion to approve the minutes. We have a second.
Second.
Tamar?
Val,
Aye.
Brian,
Aye.
Tamar,
Aye.
Henry.
Aye.
Okay, the minutes are accepted. And now I would like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:38 p.m. Is there a second to the meeting motion?
Second.
Henry,
Val,
Aye.
Brian,
Aye.
Tamar,
Aye.
Henry.
Aye.
Okay, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone, and everyone have a wonderful holiday week.
You too as
You
well.
too.
You
Thank
was
you. You too.